Hey guys, we're so thrilled to have you with us today. We're on a little bit of a road trip to go see family up home, and now we're on our way back home and we're stopping by the Ark Encounter in Williamstown, Kentucky. So let's go ahead and go. We're really excited. We're going to take you on all 3 levels of the Ark, and hopefully we're gonna hit the petting zoo as well. And it stormed last night, so I'm hoping that we can actually take Michaela's wheelchair in there, but we can't wait to take you along. So let's go ahead and go.
Those vehicles go that way.
You can see it right over there.
Park way back here?
Probably not. How massive this is. I cannot believe how incredible it is to be here and finally see it in person. They have zip lines at 2 different levels here. There might be a 3rd level as well, I'm not for sure, but then they also have another area over there that has some like a jungle gym kind of stuff. This is the Answer Center where we just went in and got coffee and all of that. It's a pretty big building. And then over here there's an indoor carousel, which is so awesome. And we have Truth Travelers. It is a virtual reality thing. I think we're going to check it out a little bit later as well. But David and Michaela already took off because it is so cold here today. It is beautiful. I'm so sorry for the wind. It is so amazing here. I highly recommend it. We are so overwhelmed just by looking at the outside of it. We cannot wait to go in. There's these beautiful arbors here, and they're replacing a lot of the plants. So this is Christmas time at the Ark, and they have Christmas lights up out front on the animal topiaries and everything. It is just so cold. I don't know if we'll come back tonight or not. I'm freezing, as you can see, my whole face is red. So we'll see how it goes. You have this main parking lot outside and you have to be shuttled in on a bus. So it's just absolutely incredible. Let's go see the deer. Now look in here, Mama.
What do you mean? I like the way it's laid out. So it's definitely good size back to what you got. It's definitely seeing it during the day different than what it's seeing at night because you can see it on the beach.
1621 Original Bible, Arab. Syrian Arab Republic, New Testament.
As Jews began living outside their traditional homeland in the last 3 centuries before Jesus' birth, they increasingly used Greek rather than Hebrew as their language. By the time Jesus was born, Rome had conquered the Greeks, yet Greek became the language of the entire eastern half of the Roman Empire. As Christianity spread, the letters and texts of Jesus were written in Greek in addition to Hebrew. Over the centuries that followed, the Bible has spread across the world through its translation to over 1,300 different languages, with new translations beginning all the time.
The Bible has played an enormous role in the shaping of lives of untold millions of people.
Today, you can engage with the Bible in the language of your choice, a book of all books.
Brought to you by Museum of the Bible. The Bible has been translated over and over again in...
What is this? It's cool, huh? Artifacts. Look, there's pretty church windows.
Historians concluded it was likely the pseudonym for Tyndale, his name still far too dangerous in 1537 when the version was completed. Engage with the Bible, this book for which many have died to preserve.
Brought to you by Museum of the Bible.
Involved in English from 1549, 1838, and 1553.
Of the English Bible, 3 men dared to defy the edict to translate into English what became known as the Matthew's Bible. William Tyndale, John Rogers, and Miles Coverdale. Tyndale was ultimately put to death. John Rogers took up Tyndale's task and compiled Tyndale's English translation of the New Testament with Coverdale's translation of most of the Old Testament. When this English Bible was published in 1537, the attribution read, translated by Thomas Matthews. Historians concluded it was likely the pseudonym for Tyndale.
Go ahead.
His name still far too dangerous in 1537 when the version was completed. Engage with the Bible, this book for which many have died to preserve.
Brought to you by Museum of the Bible.
Hudson Taylor to the call when he got the mission before he did to the next.
the Ark Encounter. I know I didn't film every single thing or every exhibit piece that they did have there, because I did want to enjoy that with my family as well, and I wanted to leave some surprises for you guys. It opened in 2016, I do believe, so many people have already came here. If you already have, let me know what your favorite part of the exhibit was. If you are planning on taking a trip, I would also love to know about that as well. They have a massive gift shop with a lot of fair trade items made from women from around the world who are either widowed or abused or things like that, and they have programs where they're helping them get on their feet by learning a trade to sew and things of that nature. And there were some really beautiful pieces, purses and change purses and sculptures and things that you could buy. Everything looked so beautiful. I wish I had more room because I would have brought some things home. I did get a few things, and I will share those in a separate video for you guys, so it's not super long.
So you guys do plan on coming and visiting? And I'm not in the blue shirt, so. Anyway, you come down there and plan on at least 4 hours. Because we got there at about 10:30. It's 10 after 3 now. And that was just for the Ark. They have virtual reality where it's back in the time of the flood. They have a carousel, they have places to eat, they have restaurant, they have petting zoo, they have everything you want to do. So I think their hours were 10 to 6.
Yeah.
But they're talking about having the lights and stuff for Christmas. But yeah, I mean, if you could spend a whole day there, it would definitely take that long, because they have zip lines, they have the things you walk across.
Yeah, like an obstacle course up in the air.
I mean, it would definitely be an 8-hour day there.
Right, and the last time he checked it, we were over 3,000 steps. I'll put it up here, what our total steps were just for today being there. But it was so cold. It is 3 o'clock in the day and it only reached 41 degrees and the wind is like gusting at 30 miles an hour. So there were things that we did not do. We played on the playground a little bit, which is free with your admission. The carousel is free with your admission. The zip line and the virtual reality have an extra charge.
Exit 159, Kentucky 22, Dry Ridge, Owen. But
there were just so many things. I've been to Bible college. Damon started Bible college when I started, and there were so many things that I didn't realize. It's a learning experience. If you're a homeschooler, I highly recommend making the trip. There are a lot of teaching materials that you can purchase here. There's some devotionals, anything to draw your faith closer to God. A lot of there's just so many things to learn, and I'm telling you, I wanted so much stuff. There are things for the kids to do. You saw that there is a coffee shop. There is Olive Leaf Cafe where they sell like sandwiches and things.
Ice cream.
They have an ice cream shop.
Fudge.
Yes, fudge. Homemade
and
fudge.
I can't do it to their hand, but these fudge pieces were like
Yeah.
that tall, like this thick, and I mean they were as long as my hand, if not longer. I mean,
they had what, 8 or 9 different flavors. And then they had cookies. Help me make a cookie.
cookies my hand.
Yeah, the cookies were so massive. I was like, wow. Yeah, they were so big. T-shirts and mugs and coats and hats, because it was so cold we had to get hats. But everything was priced so fairly. I expected certain things to be through the roof. The t-shirts were $25. We all got one. These were only 10.
And they come with a bracelet that got her members or something. Got her. I can't remember because I didn't look at it. It's in there.
Yeah, the t-shirts come rolled up and they have like one of those silicone bracelets with it. Books of any kind. There's books there for children. I don't know. It's just really a wonderful experience, and I know that we will come back again. I think we're going to come back with a larger group, a family, and I'm really excited for it. We wanted to do the zip lining, but it was not open. It is so cold, and we wanted to do the petting zoo, but it was cold. We did do the carousel, and one thing about that, it is a flat carousel, and it's indoor, so you can use it all year long, but it is flat. It is flush with the surface, so Michaela's wheelchair rolled right on. They locked her down. I love how inclusive they are, and every level of the Ark has a family bathroom where she could be changed and everything like that. So that was really nice. The ramps, you can either take an elevator up each level if you have a disability or mobility issues, and they also have the ramps. And I was kind of intimidated by the ramps since, you know, he's in a sling. Like, oh, do I really want to be pushing her up so many of the ramps up all of those levels? But it was such smooth transition all the way up and down those ramps. It was incredible, and I was so thrilled that it was such a beautiful day, and we got to see different Bibles and all the exhibits of animals and the living quarters of Noah and all of his family that was on board. And it was a beautiful, humbling experience. There was two places I actually started crying. We first came in, I was having some camera issues because it's so dark in there, and you'll see through the footage it has like that orangey red glow, and I was trying to change my settings, and Damon had wandered off and he went ahead of me. And what I found was incredible was he came back to me and he said, you have to come up here. And I have sensory issues, I can't stand a lot of loud noise, and it was so intimidating because he kept telling me, keep going, keep going. It was dark, and we're at the end of the boat. There's no one there, there's no light, and you just hear this overwhelming sound, just deafening to your ears to hear, of waves hitting the boat and just thundering sound, and it's so loud you can't even function. I mean, I had to cover my ears, and I stood there actually afraid, knowing that I'm on dry ground, and I was afraid. It made me feel like I was there in that moment, and I was overcome with fear standing there. And then I put my hands down and I just started to weep because the things that were coming to my mind, I was like, I can't imagine being here and being so afraid. I can't imagine being here in this moment, and you're in the middle of the boat. There's only 8 people left on the planet who trusted in the Lord, and how frightening that must have been, and how much your faith had to hold you and secure you, and to think, I'm gonna be okay because I trust the Lord in this storm. I trust him in this circumstance. And I just stood there and I wept. How many times have we been in a storm? How many times have we had to face these raging waters and this thunder crashing and things just going wrong in our life? And you guys know my story, and you know, we've been through so many things, and we just thought that the water was going to drown us. We thought that this circumstance was going to take us down and kill us. And, you know, I thought that I wasn't going to make it through my journey. And in that moment, you just hear and you feel all of this stuff coming at you. And then there's the peace that comes over you. And it is a peace that passes all understanding. And it's the most beautiful thing I've ever felt. And I just wept. I stood there and wept. I said, thank you, Jesus, because all of this that's came up against us and all that came up against Noah and his family, God was faithful to them because they trusted in him. And it was so humbling and so overwhelming, and it was amazing to experience that. And then in another section, there is the doors of the Ark. I think we were on second level, maybe. Second level is where the Ark doors are. And you can get your photos taken there. I'll link ours in here as I'm talking. But I just went up to this door, and there was a cross illuminating on the door. And it was just a saying on the wall representing, you know, coming to that door. God's coming to that door and knocking. And, you know, he is the door to salvation. And I lost it there too. It was just so beautiful, and being able to touch the door of the Ark, and it was such a beautiful representation, and everything's built to specifics, biblical proportions. And there were so many beautiful photos that we took, and I'm going to leave a slideshow here at the end because Damon took a lot too. But we thank you guys so much for joining us, and we're just happy that you came along. If you've not yet subscribed, please take a second to do that, because you're going to want to see what I bought at the Ark Encounter. We love you guys so much, and we hope you have a blessed day. Until next time, bye. You playing a song? Good job.
I'll show you.
Do it. You playing a good song?